Thank you, Patty. New information from the mass shooting now in El Paso. Police are releasing a list of victims killed. They range in age from 15 to 90 years old.
The victims include Americans, Mexican nationals, and one person from Germany. Mexico's government has said they are exploring all legal options. Police describe the suspect, who is believed to have written an anti-immigration manifesto, as cold and unapologetic. Doctors announced 2 victims died today, bringing the death toll to 22. 24 others were injured.
President Donald Trump is slated to visit El Paso later this week. The Associated Press says the Federal Aviation Administration advised pilots of a presidential visit on Wednesday.
A San Antonio attorney has now been appointed to represent the accused gunman in the case. Public Defender Mark Stevens boarded a plane to El Paso earlier today.
It is a statistic that nobody is happy about. This is the 3rd mass shooting in Texas in the last 2 years, following Sutherland Springs and Santa Fe.
State Representative Roland Gutierrez is asking Governor Greg Abbott to call a special session to pass gun safety legislation. The Night Team's Courtney Friedman spoke to Gutierrez this afternoon. And Courtney, he's one of many Democrats calling for new laws.
Yes, one of many across the nation, Stephen Easy's, but he says the first step should be focusing on Texas. The next time Austin lawmakers meet together, it will be January of 2021. And Gutierrez says that's just not soon enough.
Governor Greg Abbott was one of the first state officials we heard from after Saturday's devastating shooting.
I think we need to focus more on memorials before we start the politics.
But Democratic State Representative Roland Gutierrez says when 26 people were killed in Sutherland Springs, it wasn't the right time for an emergency special session. And when 10 people, including 8 kids, were killed at Santa Fe High School, it still wasn't the time for an emergency special session.
Thoughts and prayers just simply aren't enough anymore. People said, well, you're politicizing this issue. You know, this is not. This is about making sure that we have sound public policy.
He said that relief only comes if Republicans and Democrats work together.
I understand this is Texas, and I understand that people don't want to be infringed on their Second Amendment rights. I get that. But Republicans and Democrats can have common sense measures on this issue, and we can stop some of this madness.
Much of the legislation he wants to address in a special session has already been considered in Texas. One of those is a red flag law, which allows police or family members to petition a state court to order the temporary removal of firearms from a person who may present a danger to others or themselves. In the past, it's garnered bipartisan support nationwide.
The red flag is something that we can do very simply, and yet that particular measure died in committee last session. Should we have magazines or clips that are limited in numbers? There's 10 states that have 16 states that have magazines that only hold 10 bullets.
Right now, Gutierrez is in Tennessee for the 3-day National Conference of State Legislators.
There are many different types of legislation that we compare from other states, from guns to cannabis to basically all of the new laws that are happening. And so we're trying to basically learn from the best ideas that are out there.
Today, I did reach out to the governor's office for a response or statement about the call for a special session, but I have not heard back from the office yet. Stephen Easy's.